Do you have a dirty little secret? Welcome to the club.
And you're all invited.
The first rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club is tell everyone about the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
We're handing out memberships, free of charge.
Step up to the VIP line and let Dayna and Brimstone take you on a weekly ride of secrets and debauchery.
Now buckle up, Buttercup, because things are about to get heated on the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Dirty Little Secrets Club. I'm Dayna Ferreira.
Hi.
Hey.
Dayna, hi. It's me, it's Brim.
Oh my gosh, Brim, you look so excited right now.
I am. It's my favorite time of the week. It's my favorite time of the week. We get to do Dirty Little Secrets Club, and I'm so psyched. And I know I interrupted you, but I don't care because I'm so happy to see your smiling face as always.
I wish that I could move my arms as excitedly as you are, but I worked out yesterday and I'm like, I lifted weights. Why do people do this to themselves?
Because they feel good afterwards usually. I don't know why, but it feels good. I guess because you feel like you did something. It's like, you know what I mean?
I feel like I worked out for 20 minutes and now I'm not going to be able to move for 20 days. Like, is that normal?
You know, it's really funny when you work out and then you're like, yeah. And then the next day you're like, and you're like, all right, well, I've hurt a little too much today. So maybe I'll get back with it tomorrow. And then the next day you're still hurting. So maybe another day. So you wind up working out once a week because you hurt too much in between to continue to go. That's how a lot of people work out. It's funny.
I'm probably going to end up being one of those people because I got out of bed. I had to roll out of bed like a fucking burrito, just roll out of bed. And then I was like, ouch. The whole body hurts, top to bottom.
I can only imagine. So you did full body workout or you just your arms?
No, I did full body. So I was doing the squats with that big kettlebell thing. So my legs are really hurting. And then I was doing the arms also. And so top half is in pain, bottom half is in pain. But I'm going to Hawaii in a couple of weeks. So I'm probably just going to be in pain and do it every day because, as you do, you start working out and toning up the day before you go on vacation.
Yes. What do you call it? Hey, look, it's your birthday coming up, man. I'm very happy for you. It's gonna be a big 20. You know what I mean? I'm excited for your 20th.
Me too. The 20th anniversary of my 20th birthday, or the second 20th. Yeah, 20th anniversary. Okay, damn, math is hard.
Math is hard. Just it's your 40th. It can't be your 40th. You got to be only 20. I thought you were gonna be 20, 21. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I thought all the drinking was, just pre, legal.
Yes, definitely illegal because I am not of age just yet.
There we go. See? That's what I'm talking about. 20 years old, 20 years young, I should say. There we go.
Yeah.
Listen, age is just a number, my friend. You know how it is. And as long as you feel young, you are young. Although you just worked out, so you're not feeling it as much. You're still young. You're still looking. So that's good.
I got to say, I'm definitely a lot happier now that I'm about to be 40 than I ever was in my 20s. So, I mean, I kind of enjoy the aging process, getting into myself and liking myself and not being so self-conscious. Not that I'm not, but getting older isn't as bad as they make it out to be.
No, I listen, if my body didn't hurt from all the crap that I did to it over the years, then I'd be in a much better position. I told you I had 60 cc's of fluid taken out of my right knee yesterday. What do you call it? So, which was a painful, I do not recommend it. Do not recommend.
Yeah, zero stars.
0 stars. But they I feel you. It made me feel so much older. I'm sitting there going, But
today you're like a spring chicken. You're like, oh, I feel good. My knee doesn't hurt.
Yeah. Well, it's a little sore still, but it doesn't hurt like it did.
Yeah.
It was so swollen. It was so. I was just like, yeah. I can actually move around a little bit more. So hopefully another day or two I'll be so spry. Jumping around. And, hippie hopping or something like that. I feel a lot better. I was walking up and down stairs to get to the studio today, and I was like, I'm gonna walk down the stairs, see how it feels, rather than taking the elevator. And what do you call it? I felt all right. I was feeling all right. So we'll see what happens.
That's
But
good.
so look, if you're still super sore, you can always use like some what do you call it? Some Bengay or some icy hot or what do you call it? Any of that good stuff. No free ads, but
Yeah. I can just down a bottle of ibuprofen or
yeah, not the whole bottle. I don't want you to die. Just a little bit, maybe a couple of little pills. You're all right. You're all right.
yeah, yeah. You know what? I'm more of like a hot bath and Epsom salts kind of girl,
There you go.
Like,
There you go. Nice massage. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Be like, Joe, come give me a massage.
Uh-huh.
Does he at least give you massages or no?
He is very into massages. Like,
Oh, okay, good.
so here's a really awful, fun, not so fun fact about me. I do not like lotion on my body very much.
Really?
I don't like the way it feels. I use it like on my arms and on my face and stuff like that, but I don't love it. Like that cold, sticky feeling after you put lotion on your body, I really dislike. I don't like my clothing hitting my skin after I've lotioned or any of that. So if it were up to Joe, he would be like slathering me with lotion and rubbing me down every day.
What about oil? Like oil? Yes.
I don't love oil. Then I'm like sticky and I have to go take a shower afterwards. It's just not my thing. Joe loves it though. He would do it all the
Yeah.
time. So if I was like, honey, I really need you to like slather me and massage me, he would be like, 6 to midnight in 3 seconds flat and he'd be ready
Me
to
too.
go. Yeah.
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 I enjoy that. I'm good for that. What do you call it? There's no complaints there when it comes to Danielle. But what do you call it with me? Her hands get hurt. Her hands hurt because they're small. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So and I'm big shoulders, big guy. You know what I mean? So like, it's hard for her to really do it. So for me to get a good massage, I've got to go to a spot, and I don't like those deep tissue massages.
The ones that hurt where they're like trying to put you in pain.
Hate that. Oh my God. Okay. So Danielle and I make fun of it all the time. Years ago, we went to a place. It was this small joint that, what do you call it? I was given something, like given the certificate to or something for something I did. I forgot what it was. But long story longer, we got in there. This little light-skinned black woman comes in, and older woman, tiny little thing, like picture your frame, but even tinier. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you call it? And she comes in and she just doesn't speak just when she's talking. Like, that's how she sounds. So I couldn't understand everything she was saying.
Yeah.
And what do you call it? Like she gets on me and she beats the ever living shit out of me. Like, swear to God, like she stood on my back and was like, I don't know, beating give me a deep tissue massage. And I'm like, no, I didn't want a deep tissue massage. And she's like, you need this. I'm like, what are you saying?
I don't understand you.
Oh my God. I left hurting more than what I did when I came in. It hurt so much. And I was like, never again will I ever get a deep tissue massage, because I didn't want that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was just like, I like the soothing, sensual, relaxing, where I can feel it, but not like,
but you're not like
really. Yeah, no. Then she's like, you need to take some Irish mash. We always say that to this day. Irish moss is what she was trying to say.
Oh.
And I guess it's some kind of a thing to help with. I don't remember what it was for, because again,
like
I couldn't
tension
understand her.
or something.
Maybe. And she was recommended, sweet as pie. Sweet woman. I'm nothing bad to say about her, but she beat the snot out of me. She looked like a leprechaun compared to me. And she just jumped on me and she did a twiddly dee on my back and arms and body, and it was just craziest thing. I like going to like the little Asian women, you know what I mean, who can still beat the snot out of you if they want to, but they know just, they'll get to the right spot, where it's not too hard, not too soft, and it feels really good. But they will sit on your fucking head. Have you ever done that? They sit on your head. So the place that I go to, Like I'm face down, and then they get up so that their knees are on the boat when they're trying to work the top part of my back. They get up and they go on like so. One knee is on the left side, one knee's on the right side of my head, and they're up on the thing and working my back. So their crotch and ass is like on my back of my head.
God, I
It's
hope
the
they don't
craziest thing.
fart when they're up there.
No, that would be a problem. I would fling them like Godzilla. But what do you call it? At the end of the day, it's always an adventure when I go because it's always good. Never have a problem there. I love it to death. But it's funny because like I guess that's because they're small. You know what I mean? And then they got to reach certain places. But they literally get up and just to get my whole back, that's what they do. And then it's funny because I bring Danielle there every so often as well. And she's like, they sat on my head.
You're like, yeah.
I was like,
know.
yeah, welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. I said, you're lucky I don't sit on your head when I give you a massage.
Yeah.
Anyway, what do you call it? I know we're sitting and chatting, you guys, before we get into our dirty little secrets. But what do you call it? Do you want to tell them the first rule of Dirty Little Secrets Club?
I do, guys. The first rule of the Dirty Little Secret Club is to tell everyone about the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
Absolutely. We can't survive if you guys don't talk about us.
That's
so make sure you get more memberships. Hell, they're free. They're free of charge. It doesn't hurt to say, hey, you got to check these guys out. Dayna's awesome. Brim's all right. Make it work. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like it doesn't hurt. We got some awesome people that always do push us. We appreciate that. The more, the merrier. So that being said, what do you call it again? I know I cut you off earlier. That's Dayna Pereira. I'm Brimstone. This is the Dirty Little Secrets Club. Why don't we get started? Who's reading first? Am I reading first?
You're up, Brim.
All right, here it goes. Oh, I see what it's about. I think I have to get on a good voice for this one. I don't know how I'm going to do it. All right, here we go. Ready? Adam Mr. Goodbar. I'm sorry, no free ads. Okay. Back in the day, I used to be a phone sex operator. You'd be surprised at how often people would call just because they were lonely. I only told a couple of people about it and haven't really thought about it too much since. But last week I said something sexy to my husband and he said, damn, baby, you could be a phone sex operator. And I almost laughed right in his face. I don't think he'd be happy to find out that I actually was before. Ooh, Nelly, I wouldn't be able to be. See, I couldn't handle that as a.
You wouldn't like that?
What happened before? I am bad like that. I really am. I don't like anything that happened before me. You know what I mean? I like to pretend that nothing happened before me because I am
like
a jealous
appeared
guy.
The day that you met them and have no past whatsoever.
Yes. If it was up to me, that's how it would be. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't. Even though I had a debauchery in my past, you know what I mean. At the end of the day, like I'm a jealous guy. That's it. And I guess I'm also, if you want to point fingers, I'm also a very possessive guy. You know what I mean? Which not to a fault, you know what I mean? Not to a fault where it could cause issues. I'm saying like, that's just like what's mine is mine. And, I don't like to think of anybody else ever having been near it. That's all.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's just me. So the fact that, being a phone sex operator, people, they're not interacting in a real way, but it's
there's
still
no physicality there.
Yeah, it's still, but people hearing your voice and like, I don't know. It's like if you were sitting on, if they had pictures of you on the internet and people are playing with themselves to it, I'm sure Joe's not going to necessarily be thrilled about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's funny. Any picture that I post on the internet, especially if it's like a real thirsty one, I always ask him first. I'm always like, yo, is this cool with you? He never tells me no. He's always like, yeah, fine, whatever. But just out of respect, I'm like, honey, you good with this? So if you ever see a thirst trap, just know that it was husband approved.
It was husband approved. I don't know. I might go do a boudoir shoot for myself and give it to Danielle and be like, can I post these?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
should. You should do that.
Can you imagine me in a brassiere or something like that?
With the nipple tassels.
Yes, I swing them around and make them work. I mean, I could get them punching. I don't know if you can see it with my black shirt on, but I could do all that. I don't know. We'll see. But so what do you think about this? I mean,
it reminds me, I don't know if it was a podcast or an article that I read or something, But there was a girl talking about how she used to be a phone sex operator, and she was talking about how unsexy it was because it was like a group of like 100 women that worked in shifts for 24 hours a day, and they would like show up in their pajamas, and then people would call in and they would be like saying stuff like they wanted an 18-year-old and they would get her, or they wanted a really large woman and they would get her, or they wanted a pregnant woman and they would get her. So she would just play the roles of all of these different things. So somebody would call and be like, oh, are you pregnant? And then she would have to like take her cue and be like, yeah, I'm rubbing my big fat belly, stuff like that. So it reminds me of that, and it makes me laugh because I'm like, man, people call in with these fantasies and then they basically are using their imagination while the other person like talks them through their own fantasy.
So crazy. It's crazy. Ooh, yeah. I'm rubbing my big milky breasts right now. And the milk is dripping out. Do you want to lick it? Come lick it for me. Come on,
They're
just
like,
lick it.
Describe your feet. Do you have bunions? Oh, the bunions are so big on my feet.
Oh my God.
They hurt so bad. I wish I could rub your dick with them.
So hot. Oh my God. It's so hot. Oh my God. Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. What do you call it? Well, look, it is what it is. I don't even think they have phone sex operators anymore. Is that even a thing? Isn't it just like, now it's all like video crap at this point?
Probably. Yeah. So they can't get away with like the pajamas and being pregnant anymore because it's all video.
Yeah, it's like, well, we're on video. So, but listen, there are enough people out there that are doing the stuff. So they probably have the actual authentic thing at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need a pregnant lady. Okay. Call in Marge. Hey, I'm pregnant. We need a big one. Call in Bernadette. I'm here.
Yeah.
What do you need from me? I got my cigarette and my, come on. It's
curlers.
Some curlers and a nightie that's dusty mauve. I need to, get in there and have a conversation. Oh, God, your penis is so big. Oh, God. Yeah, just keep playing with it. I don't want to have anything to do with it. You just keep playing with it over there. It's fun. I don't know. Sex phone operators, they're great. But what do you call it? And they got to be creative people, I guess.
Right? Yeah. Like I wonder if you can like go to Hollywood with that skill set and be like, no, legit, I was an actor. I was a voice actor.
I am an actor. Listen, in 1 week, I pretended to be a blonde, brunette, redhead, pregnant, a wife, a sister, a mother, and the next door neighbor. Hello. Yeah. That was just a week's worth of work. Come on.
Yeah. Possibly just Matilda. A night.
I was Matilda, Catherine, Ivy, Jesus.
Hi, my name is.
Oh my Lord. Well, listen, good for you, phone sex operator. I see you're in the straight and narrow. And what do you call it? I mean, I think
kind of hilarious that the hubs like called it out too, huh? Like, damn, baby, you could be a phone sex operator. And she's like, well, wink, like close up to the camera.
and the fact that she didn't tell him, I think is kind of funny. Well, not funny. I think she should have probably told him and like at the beginning of the relationship. I mean, that's something that you kind of can lead with, you know what I mean, at the beginning of a relationship, right? At the beginning of a relationship.
Yeah, but you never know how people like what people think is important. So to her, she might be like, that was in my past. That was 10 years ago. I don't give a shit about that. She's totally moved on from it. And, so it's not the first thing that she thinks to tell somebody like, oh, well, we're getting into a relationship. I have to tell you every single awful thing I've ever done in my life, But,
hold on. But who's to say listen, you could do it. It might not have been an awful experience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It could have just been your job. You know what I mean? You'll never guess what I used to do where, what was your worst job?
Yeah, but like I didn't start out telling Joe that I used to sell perfume in a parking lot, because it's not relevant.
Fair enough. I didn't know that. You learn something new every day. What do you call it?
It was not a great job.
Spritz. Oh, you want to try? Here, spritz. Oh, yeah. What do you call it? No, listen, but I think that's like something like earlier in the relationship, kind of like All right. Well, that would be something that's interesting to talk about. That would come up, wouldn't you think?
I
Like
mean, if it came up, sure.
if it came up, I guess. Yeah. Like, I don't know, but well, it is what it is. So look, I guess, since he's calling it, maybe you guys get back into business. He could be your pimp daddy. You know what I mean? Your voice pimp daddy. That's what I'm talking about. Get yourself a microphone and start doing some of them sex novels. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
Yeah. You should do that day.
Idea.
You got a good voice for that. You should do the sex novels. You should.
Okay.
Speak to Joe. I think
Sold.
You make some
if
good money
anyone wants
with
me
that
to
stuff.
narrate their sex novel, you just let me know. I'm all about it. My husband's like, I hope you get some ideas from it.
Ouch. Oh my Lord. What do you call it? Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna move on. What do you call it? So this is yours.
Yes. This one says, I stopped by my dad's house on the way home from work, but couldn't find him or my stepmom in the house. I figured they were out by the pool, so I went back and found my stepmom full on giving my dad a blowjob. I am scarred for life.
Wow. Lucky guy. What do you call it? Well, don't you know how to ring a bell or be like, hey, Dad, I'm coming over? This way they can at least be expecting you. You just drop on in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, listen, but on the flip side, the parents, do you have cameras on the house? You know what I'm saying? So you know when somebody's coming over. Like, I know exactly when the hell people are coming over, which room they're in, where they going. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on that shit. Yeah, that's crazy. When you have older kids, or you have even if they're still living in the house, they go out. You know what I mean? And one of your kids is driving now. You know what I mean? They go out, and then you don't know when they're exactly coming in. Maybe you get a little frisky. You know what I'm saying? Be like, all right, let's get a little something while the kid's out of the house, and then all of a sudden you go, hey guys, how you doing?
And all of a sudden their therapy bill goes through the roof.
I was visiting my father and stepmother in in Florida years and years and years ago. I think I was still with my ex at this point. And and I was at the same time I was there with my brother, my brother and my stepsister. So So we were out doing whatever, and we came in because we never ever do things together. You know what I mean? We're all in different areas. So at the time, David was in Florida, my sister's in Connecticut, and I'm in New York. So so we were there. We went out for a nice night, and then we were coming back, and we went in, and then my brother, who lived there at the time, figured, oh, I'm gonna go and let them know that we're home. It was like 11 o'clock, 11:30, whatever. He swings the door open, and all you hear is, "Oh, David, get out!" And we're like, "Whoa!" Lori and my sister and I, what the hell's going on? Apparently they were going at it in there, and he walked in on it. He walked out like with his eyes wide open, like, oh my God, I can't believe I just witnessed that. Oh my God. And I laughed. We laughed so hard, and then we were like, you got an eyeful. It was the funniest thing ever.
Oh boy.
So funny.
I don't think that I would be scarred because I have the knowledge that my parents had sex with people, like it doesn't stop as you get older. There's people in old folks' homes that are getting gonorrhea and shit.
Oh, don't even start with that. But yeah, what do you call it? And hell, watch the Golden Girls. Like every other day, they're in bed with somebody.
Dude, you know Blanche, girlfriend.
Yeah. God, fuck that. Sophia was in bed with somebody the other freaking. I was watching last night. I watched the Golden Girls. What's up with that? Anyway, that's a great show, man.
I love that show. Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. And you know what's really funny? Did you know this? That the Golden Girls, the ages that they are on that they're supposed to be on Golden Girls is, I think I said this too, is the same age that the girls from Sex and the City are.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
I didn't tell you that.
Know that the oldest though, Sophia, was actually not like she was like the youngest or something.
She was one of the youngest. Yeah, she was young. She was one of the youngest, one of the younger ones. They dressed her up as the older ones, but the ages that they are in the on Golden Girls, like the whatever age bracket, I forgot what it was, how old they're supposed to be.
Yeah,
it's the same age as the girls on Sex and the City.
No fucking way.
Can you believe that? Yeah,
wow.
You could look it up. It's out there, like the ages that they're supposed to be.
Amazing.
absolutely nuts because I'm going, how the hell?
Yeah.
Like, what do you call it? It's just I don't know how to look. Golden Girls and
Well, it's like a
Sex in
sign
the
of the
City.
times too. Like times have changed so much because before you hit 40, it was like you were in a moo and that was it. Like your life was done. And now you hit 40 and they're like 40 and fabulous, and 50 and so on. Like, I mean, look at freaking J-Lo. J-Lo is
She looks amazing.
unstoppable.
Oh yeah, amazing.
Unstoppable. Yeah,
amazing.
She's going to be 60 and I'm still going to be like, damn girl, look at you.
Here we go. Golden Girls, season 1. Rose is 55. Dorothy's 53. What do you call it? And then, so when you're thinking the Golden Girls, 54, 55, people in their 50s, what do you call? Oh, sorry. Now, when you think of the girls, 50, what was it? That's the ages that the girls on Sex in the City were. Is that what it is? Hold on. Where is this?
I mean, that makes sense, especially what is it? And Just Like That, the new one.
And Just Like That, the leading ladies of the Sex in the City revival are the same age as the beloved Golden Girls.
Wow.
In their 50s. Yeah. Craziness, right?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Also, can I use this opportunity to point out that if you are an actor or an actress or a whatever, and you're starting out late in life, you still have the opportunity to be on a really big show like the Golden Girls or in Just Like That.
Yeah. Yeah. Craziness. It is what it is. Like, people get all concerned and so forth. It's just crazy about how, the older women and older men, but more so women, they looked so much older back when for their age than they do now. You know what I mean? Women in their 40s and their 50s, still look like their 20s and their 30s. You know what I mean? Where, then they looked like they're in their 60s, 70s.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that. When I watch Golden Girls, I'm like, all right, I feel like they're in their 60s, early 70s. But, in actuality, they're supposed to be in their 50s, so crazy. Yeah. So the Golden Girls characters are believed to be between the ages of 47 and 55. While the women in And Just Like That are 54 and 55. And they look like they're in their 30s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Crazy,
that is
crazy,
mind-blowing.
Crazy. Yeah. I just Sex in the City. Yeah, I'm just looking just to try to, because I didn't want to give the wrong information out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's craziness.
Yes.
And the fact that Sophia was so much, what do you call it, younger than most of them. I don't think she was the youngest, but I think that she was definitely younger than the one who played the daughter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's crazy. Oh my God. But anyway, back to blowjob. What do you call it? Listen,
good for you, Dad and stepmom.
Good for you, Dad. Yeah, man. And if she's good, send her my way. I'm just playing. All right. Are we gonna move on to the next one, or we're good for this one, right? Yeah. I mean, what would you do if one of your kids walked in on you? Would you freak out?
I honestly, at this point in my life, I'd probably laugh. I'd probably just laugh and be like, sorry, but you got to know that we have sex. I mean, I can't pretend that we don't have sex. And I think that adds to the stigma also, because I'm like, yo, you're allowed to enjoy sex. You're allowed to experiment with your, sexual preferences and all of that. And you should know that if me and my husband are still doing it, that is a good sign.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What do you call it? Yeah, that's true. Danielle, she always freaks out. The door is locked, right? The door is locked. Just make sure the door is locked. Make sure that I'm like, the door is locked.
Yeah.
It's good. The cameras are on. We know what's going on. We're all good. You know what I mean? Just chill. Yeah. That's how you get hot nowadays. It's like the cameras are on, baby.
Yeah.
Everything's good. The door's locked.
Wink. Yeah.
The boy's out. The girl's asleep.
And
the
your
other
best
one's upstate.
phone sex voice.
It's time to get it on. Let's make it happen, baby. All right. Anyway, so moving right along. Here's our next entry. Here it is. I was one of the people that doomsday prepped at the beginning of the pandemic. I just had to buy my first roll of toilet paper. since March 2020. Holy crap. So you went 2 years without grabbing and buying a toilet paper roll. I'm impressed. I don't know where you had the place to sleep. You know what I mean? Like,
well, they use the toilet paper as like blankets and a pillow.
Can you imagine? I can imagine that. I can see that. I'd be like, what the hell are you doing? It's blank. Let me try.
Yeah.
Bacon weave it. Bacon weave it. It could work. Why not?
I mean, I definitely didn't agree with everybody buying up all the toilet paper and stuff that.
Right.
But I am kind of fascinated that it's been 2 years and you just went out to buy toilet paper. Like, do you have a really large garage, or like you're clearly not living in an apartment unless you were sleeping on your toilet paper?
I know, right? Like maybe, I don't know. Maybe they used it as a mattress. Maybe they put it under the I don't know what the hell they did, but how do you, or is it just one person in the house?
I know. See? Yeah, details. The devil's in the details.
Devil's in the details, because listen, there's 4 people in my house because, my older daughter's not living with us. She's on her own, but there's 4 people in the house, and you've got to talk about, everybody's got to at least go to the bathroom at least once a day, maybe sometimes twice or more. So, but at least once a day. You're using that to using the toilet paper roll. Some people use a little, some people use a lot. Depends on who it is. Now, the fact of the matter is you don't just use the toilet paper for yourselves. Maybe the dog threw up, or maybe, there's something that needs to be picked up. So you grab it with the toilet paper. So you're using the toilet paper on a regular basis.
Yeah.
But so we in our house get like the big industrial size freaking Charmin. You know what I'm saying? No free ads. What do you call it? And they what do you call it? They were supposed to send me some stuff a while ago. I'm very upset with them. But what do you call it? That's another whole situation.
We'll take this clip and send it to them.
Yeah. So fuck you, Charmin, for right now. Till you send me some stuff. I'm not happy with you. What do you call it? I still love you.
I really like your bears wiping their little booties. It's pretty cute.
Right. I would never choose another brand. I love my Charmin brand, to be honest.
Yeah.
But what do you call it? Like, we get like the double. You don't skimp on toilet paper in my house. You know what I mean? Like, I need the good stuff, the nice soft, like
none
thick,
of the single ply bullshit.
Oh, fuck that. That is one of my pet peeves. They have it here in the studios, in the office. In the office building, in the we don't have our own toilet in this office. If we would have listened to me and got the suite that I wanted, we would have had our own bathroom. But somebody didn't want to listen. Mr. Dragna, we won't talk about that now. But what do you call it? But so we have the the downstairs restroom, which is a big area, whatever. But the way, first of all, the 2 bad things. One, the 1 ply, nothing, you look at it and it falls apart. Okay, that's first of all. So you got to use a ridiculous amount of that. And then 2, my other pet peeve is put the fucking toilet paper on properly. Okay, it's over, not under. Over, not under. You are a scumbag if you put it under. I'm sorry. If you're a fan, we love you anyway. It's okay that you suck at bathrooms. That's it. The fact of the matter is, over, not under. And what do you call it? Like, they put it under, and it drives me nuts.
Oh, that would drive me nuts too.
I don't have the key to get in there to turn it over. Otherwise, I would. It just drives me nuts. But that being said, what do you call it? We go through, that bag maybe in a couple of months. You know what I mean? With the 4 of us.
Yeah.
Or a month if it's a busy month. It depends.
Right. Yeah.
But it takes
if it was
a little bit of time.
Taco Bell heavy month, then
it takes a little bit of time. It's at least a couple months usually. So if you went 2 years, you know what I mean? Like, how much did you buy? You know what I mean? You had to have had at least a room full of stuff. I gotta believe that.
Yeah.
Or you got like those big ginormous ones. Maybe you got 2 or 3 of them, but you're only one person living in the house. So then you didn't really use it all that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I guess the devil's in the details.
Exactly.
How much do you go through? You guys go through a lot there. You got 6 in your house, right?
We go through, I'm the only one. This is going to sound weird. I think me and the boys are probably the only ones that use toilet paper to actually wipe our booties, because the little ones and my husband use wipes. So we don't,
smart.
Yeah, they don't use the actual toilet paper. So, I mean, with the amount of people that we have in our house, we go through a lot, but probably not as quick as other families with the same amount of people.
I like the wipes, but you still got to use the toilet paper to dry off the wipe. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you're leaving with a wet ass that smells like wipe. I don't necessarily want to smell like wipey. Listen to grape wipies. Those are nice smelling grape wipies.
Have
you ever had the grape
wipies?
Yeah, I had a grape wipey once, and I was just like, these are fucking great. And then I couldn't find them again. I was so upset.
I have
So upset.
never heard of such a thing.
So good. I was so excited. I found them somewhere. I don't remember where it was. Might have been like one of those bougie places, like in Kids R Us or something like that.
Bougie Kids are, bougie ass Chuck E. Cheese.
But no, you know what I'm saying? Like the places like the bigger kid areas, like that they have all the stuff and things. But I remember it was what do you call it? Grape scented, and it was wonderful. And I was like, oh, I like this, and I like it. It smells good. It was like chewing bubble yum.
Dude, if I went near my husband's asshole and it smelled like grapes, I would be like, whose grape flavored lip gloss fucking ass was next to you? Like, what were they doing up in your asshole?
I'd have been like, are you angry? It smells good, doesn't it? Right? Yeah. Right? Be like, this was, sweetheart, this was not lip gloss. This was a wipey. And we need to get them all the time. I would be using that crap. Are you kidding me?
I'm going to go surf some Amazon and see what we come up with.
And if you find it, you send it to old Brim, because I need that in my life again. I loved it. Oh my God, it was wonderful. So good. Yeah. I mean, look, some of them smell really bad, like some of them like smell like like alcohol. It's like but nice scented, and some of the crappy floral things, no, but nice delicious scents, that's good. And then they have it's the same thing. It might have been they called them boogie ones instead. Maybe it was supposedly wipes for the nose. It's the same thing. It's the same. Yeah, it's the same thing. So it could have been that, but regardless, it's still wipes. But anyway, what do you call it? So I think that's crazy. You're next, my friend.
Okay. This one says, I was a catfish for a while. My real life was so boring that I made up an entirely different person and interacted as them online. I didn't do anything fucked up like ask for money or break up a marriage, but I knew it was wrong. I eventually deleted everything and disappeared, but it makes me wonder if anyone thinks about him or wonders what happened to him.
Very interesting. I think that's bizarre.
A little sad. It's a little sad.
Yeah. I mean, that people do different things. You know what I mean? But it comes down to, being able to trust people. Like we had a private conversation outside of this, but being able to trust people, it's so hard, especially nowadays, right?
Yeah,
right?
For sure. 100%. Yeah. I mean, I feel a little bad that you felt like your life was so boring that you had to completely invent a different person. And did you live out your fun stuff through this? Because people do that. They invent a different personality of themselves and then live out their life without, and then the moral of the story was it was inside you all along. You are that person.
You are that person. You just gotta be that person. And I don't know, man.
Yeah. Without asking for money or breaking up marriages, por favor.
Right. Look, again, the only thing here is, I mean, if you're sitting and having conversations with people and trying to, and having, getting people that are truly vested in this friendship or relationship,
right.
The lie, it's a lie.
Yeah.
And then on your side, maybe you start getting invested into that friendship or relationship. And then it's well, but this is a freaking lie. So how do you then get out of it? I guess you have to disappear, but then there goes that relationship. There goes that friendship. So why would you want to get started on the wrong foot to begin with? You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe he didn't think, I'm assuming it's a guy. It could be a girl, I guess. But maybe they didn't think that it was going to get that big. They were just oh, I'm going to pretend like I'm this person without realizing that it's going to. It's like every rom-com I've ever seen, right? You pretend like you're somebody else, or you don't think it's going to spiral or snowball into this thing that it ends up being. And then it's too big of a thing. And then you have to fake your fucking own death,
Right. Yeah, it's craziness. Well, it is what it is. I listen, I'm not hating on you. I really am not. I'm not hating on you. I think that it's interesting. I think it's an interesting concept. If you're doing something just for a, to like see what the world is from a different view.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I guess because behind the computer, people can be anything.
Yeah, for
Which
sure.
is why there's so much of this catfishing and so forth going on. But
Yeah.
and let's be completely honest. I mean, there's a lot to say about, and I'm not insulting women at all, so please don't take it that way. Dayna, correct me if I'm wrong,
Mm-hmm.
but makeup is a huge catfish a lot of the time.
Oh
Also,
yeah, you should see my fucking face without it. Like,
oh no, you're adorable with or without it. Stop. You are adorable with or without it. What do you call it? There's a woman that I have on Instagram that was also on TikTok that I just found interesting. And
mm-hmm.
What do you call it? She's got, what do you call it? Her face looks like a 90-year-old woman, and what do you call it? She has no real teeth. But then
Oh,
she has
I've
the teeth that she
seen
pops in.
her.
You've seen her. And then what do you call it? She pops the teeth in and puts the makeup on and her hair's done and everything. And she's look freaking gorgeous. Like you
She's
go,
like a
wow,
supermodel.
yeah, like super hot. But when she's not done up and she has like nothing on and her teeth are out or whatever, she looks like she's 90 years old. And
Yeah.
and it's you go, what the hell, man? Like that is a huge catfish. So somebody could go, if she was, I think she's married, but if she was single and she went out there and she met people, you know what I mean? And then she proceeded to have a relationship with them, they're basing their, maybe they like her for her, but
Mm-hmm.
but before they like her for her, this isn't Love is Blind, sweetheart. This is, I'm seeing you and I'm attracted to what I see. And then, you know what I mean? And then how do you say afterwards, well, I don't really look like this. So guess what? This is what I look like. You
Well,
know
I
what I
guess
mean?
that's when you find out if they actually do really, like you. Because if I can pop my teeth out in front of somebody and they're still like, yes, I choose you, that's going to make me feel, if I can feel like somebody is going to still be there for me after they see me pop my teeth out. I have all my teeth, by the way. I'm not popping them out, but maybe in the future, who knows what happens? Maybe I get into some terrible accident and I
God forbid.
knock all my teeth out. Or, I think about that with Joe all the time. He works in construction.
Yeah.
He could easily chop off his arm or his leg or like something awful. He's constantly in dangerous situations.
Right.
And I know. But,
let's get the happy stuff. Pikachu,
Yeah.
I choose you.
Yeah.
I choose you, Pikachu. What do you call it? Yeah, no. Happiness and sunshine and rainbows. Let's go back to that.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you call it? Unicorns, sexy things, all that good stuff. I'm sorry, like the whole catfish thing, like, it's crazy because, well, Danielle watches a lot of the tutorials, but Danielle without makeup is still beautiful, to me. And I'm
right.
to plenty of other people. But, the fact of the matter is, just like you, with or without makeup, you're a beautiful girl. There's other people, beautiful woman, I'm sorry. What do you call it? There are other girls out there that the same thing, natural or done up. You know what I mean? It just accentuates your natural beauty, and that's great. There are other people that use makeup to completely change how they look 100%. They do not look anything like it. And that technically is them pretending to be a different person. You know what I mean? And that is catfishing. You know what I mean? Essentially, that is catfishing. So is that really much different than somebody going online and saying that they're a different person and just acting different? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think the difference there is you're going to take that person home. Eventually, they're going to wash their face and you're going to see who they like, what they actually look like, and then take it from there. So makeup, I mean, yes, I totally understand your point and how somebody can make themselves look completely different than what they actually look at. Yeah. But online, you are completely disguised and you don't have to wake up in the next morning and wash your face and reveal your true self. You can keep that bitch going for years.
But should you? You know what I mean?
You should not.
No, you should not. You should not. You should not. That is the key. You should not.
Yeah, throw that catfish back.
Yeah. So, I think this is interesting, though. Again, I feel bad that your life was so boring, but, at the end of the day, if you made some real connections on there, which is very possible that you did, because, again, you might have been playing a different person, but you were acting as though you yourself, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So, making those connections, at the end of the day, now having to give them up, that I would think would be more depressing You know what I'm saying?
How about try again as your real self? Like maybe this time you make a profile of yourself and you happen to make friends with the same person and talk to and interact with that person and see how that goes. Maybe don't tell them that you were a catfish though.
Yeah. Some people can't help it. Well, that's I don't know. You have anything more to say about that one?
No, I'm excited for you to read the next one though, because I think it's one you're gonna like.
Oh, do you now?
Yes, because it's funny. It's funny.
Why do you have a creepy smile on your face, Dayna? Why do you have a creepy little smile on your face? Why do I feel like you're setting me up for failure here, Dayna?
No. This is definitely not failure. This is launching.
Oh, this is launching.
Yes, not failure to launch. It's just launch.
That was a good movie, by the way.
It was a good movie.
All right. Here we go. Let's see what you've got for me here. All right. Let's see. The cat jumped up into my lap and started purring so hard that it gave me a boner. And I had to take my wife upstairs and bang it out. Well, thank you, Dayna. I appreciate it. Thank you for giving me that one. I so appreciate it. Listen, brother, that's the wrong pussy to get excited about.
He's like, it doesn't matter. I'm sorry. Did somebody say pussy?
Ouch. Like, seriously, come on, man. Wow. All right. So the cat was purring so hard that it gave you a hard on, and you know, and the wife was like, okay.
Did the wife know that is what gave you that hard on? Yeah, I mean, there are times whenever my jeans rub a certain way as I'm walking and I'm like, ooh, okay.
Well played. Okay. Like, how do I get that stride again? Right.
Yeah, they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm walking. Stop. I'm almost there.
I listen.
Yeah. Okay, now you can talk.
Go ahead, talk again. It's okay. Yeah. Wow. All right. You know, yeah. All I can say to this entire thing is it was the wrong pussy to get hard over. That, you know, I mean, I got.
Does this happen once, or how many times have you invited that cat into your lap? I'm just curious.
And what happens if your wife's not there? Are you going to take bestiality into your hands? I mean, what's happening there? Like, yeah. Do you know that in that Playboy thing? I know we we talked about it on other shows, but what do you call it? There was a point where they said, we were talking to that Hef was so bored with everything that he needed new things. And he went into bestiality and he was banging one of the girl's dogs. She walked into the room and they found him fucking the dog in the ass, and then or fucking the dog in general, and then she was like livid, and he's like, what, they need love too?
Oh,
that was the story on the show. Yeah, just so you're aware. Like, crazy.
So it's funny because I think you and I actually we did talk about that story, but we weren't on a show. It was just like one of our beforehand chats before we got to the show.
I think so. Craziness. Dude. Anybody who has not watched the series should probably watch the series, and I have a completely different view of the entire Playboy situation. Again, there's two sides to the stories, but what do you call it? The Playboy the real story of Playboy, I think.
Okay.
I'll find out. I'll find out.
I have not gotten to that point yet where I have actually gone on and looked up all of the stuff. But the things that I've heard either from you or from the shit that was on like Twitter and stuff is crazy.
Secrets of Playboy is what it's called.
The Secrets of Playboy. Oh my gosh. He was banging dogs?
Well, apparently he did something with the dog, and then there was another time where he had Barbie Benton, was that their name? One of the big playmates, and or she was a porn star or something like that, and she was there at a party, and they got her so drugged up and drunk they had her perform oral sex on a German Shepherd in front of all these rich men.
These poor God.
Barbie Benton, I think it was her name. But yeah, the Secrets of Playboy, very interesting series, very interesting docuseries.
I hope that bitch comes with a trigger warning because that is some heavy stuff.
Yeah, it does. It comes with a lot of stuff. What do you call it? It shows that he was, it says that he was filming everything that went on in the mansion at all times, which is why he had stuff on everybody and a lot of crazy stuff. So at the end of the day, it's an interesting ride. It's just a really interesting ride,
Dude. So let's recap here. Phone sex operators, good.
Yes.
Bestiality, bad.
Very bad. Very bad. Bad.
Okay. Dad still getting blowjobs, good.
Very good. Very, very good.
Very good. Yeah. Catfishing,
yes,
bad.
Very bad. Very bad.
Okay. I'm missing one, but I can't. Yeah, the cat on the lap thing.
Cat purring on the lap, bad. Vagina, good.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Nailed it. Cat
purring on your penis, bad. Vagina purring on your penis, good. There you go. That's it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's the peck of wood if it could, but not with a cat, with a real thing. Anyway, that's about all the time we have for the Dirty Little Secrets Club, guys. What do you call it? We hope you enjoyed the show as we always do. And what do you call it? If you can, please make sure to drop us 5 stars review, say nice things about us, get the word out, get the membership up. We appreciate it. We love you for it. Please make sure you go to the dirtylittlesecretsclub.com. Drop in your dirty little secrets. Dayna over there will read them. Make sure there's no dick pics. She doesn't want to see them. And what do you call it? We will hopefully read one of yours here on the show. And if we make fun of you, it's all in jest. We love you and we appreciate you and your kinks. Am I right?
Abso-fucking-lutely. And guys, also don't forget the first rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club is to tell everyone about the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
Yes. Anyway, where can they hit us up on all the social media, Dayna?
We are at the DLS Club Pod on Instagram and Twitter. So if you are like, I really don't want to go to the dirtylittlesecretsclub.com to anonymously submit there, then DM us. We'll still keep you a secret. We got you. We got you.
But follow us. That's the important part.
Absolutely.
Anyway, we had so much fun again today. Dayna, love you. Mwah. Until next week, guys, we will see you then.
You think we want something from you, you got another thing coming.